Good day. Welcome back to 4 More Minutes. I am Sam Bailey, the Soul Stir, stirring up your hearts and your minds for God. I want to thank you all for joining today, and I appreciate all of you who have taken time to subscribe to the Soul Stir on YouTube, as this is the easiest, most effective way to share these messages. And by doing so, you can become a part of inspiration, encouragement, and motivation in putting this good news out into the world. We live in a dark world, and anytime we get the chance to share some light, we ought to do so. We are light in the midst of darkness. We are salt of the earth. Today, I want to share a thought with you, and I pray that it would resonate in your heart. And I want to tell you today to work on your character, or encourage you to work on your character before you work on your relationships. Some of us are trying to work on our relationships without first working on our character. The reason why this is important because character is who I am. It's who I am when no one's looking. It is my mindset. It's a culmination of my mindsets, my beliefs, my behaviors, my perspectives, my faith, my foundation, and my character, that my identity, my essence. Sometimes we make the mistakes of trying to work on our relationships, which consist of mutual parties coming together, trying to find some sort of agreement or resolution, or as I stated Sunday, in a marital relationship, two becoming one, or whether it be a co-worker or a family member or anybody you're trying to collaborate with or cooperate with, that you try to work on that relationship without first working on oneself. Can you imagine how many relationships would be different if those individuals or individual parties would first work on themselves and then come together to strengthen the whole? The whole is only as great as its individual parts, right? And those parts come together and they can create a wonderful whole, but you've got to be strengthened in the individual parts. When I was playing football, we had a motto, I believe it was my junior or sophomore year, that said, "You are only as strong as your weakest link," which means the chain will break when stretched or pulled at its weakest point. And so the question to us was, are you the weakest link? And if you are, why are you the weakest link? And you should not want to be the weakest link. In other words, if this is going to be successful, I'm going to play my part. And if it breaks down, it's not going to be because I have not done my part or that I'm not carrying my weight. Work on your character first before you try to start fixing your relationships. Sometimes the flaws in your relationships lie in your character, right? How you handle conflict, how you handle disagreements. Are you an escalator? Many of you know you live with people who get easily angered over small, simple things which shut down the whole entire conversation. They never see things from your way. They never see things from your perspective. There are flaws in their character that are destroying the unity and the fellowship of the relationship. So while you're looking at all your relationships and wondering what's wrong with them and why they aren't where they ought to be, and I hear people say that all my relationships are like this, that, and the other. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes it's your character. Sometimes it's how you see things. Sometimes it's how you communicate. Sometimes it's your bad understanding. Sometimes it's your short temper, your impatience, and lack of consideration and genuine care for the other person. And then not only the other person, but what do you visualize that you will become once you do join or once your relationship is strengthened? So I pray today that we would consider that. And it's not just everybody else's fault why you don't have anybody to talk to, or why anybody doesn't want to join themselves to you in any particular way. So character is something myself, all of us should strive to work on. So let's continue to work on our character, develop our character, strengthen our character. And only God can do that through his Holy Spirit inside out, right? It begins in the inside, then it carries over to my relationships. And I believe if my vertical relationship is not right, then horizontally is not going to be correct as well. So work on your character and you will see that your relationships will be strengthened. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I want to say happy Mother's Day weekend to all of our wonderful mothers out there. You deserve all the love and the accolades and the flowers that are due. If you're missing your mother, peace and blessings and comfort to you as well. But be thankful that you had one. And I think it's still a time to celebrate and to be thankful for what God has done. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time right here on 4 More Minutes.